My name is Alex. I'm in my late 30s, and until recently, I thought I had the perfect life, a loving wife, a beautiful son, and a stable career. I met Sarah during a post-college internship. We were young, ambitious, and fell in love between sleepless nights and coffee-fueled deadlines. We married quickly, built a home, and welcomed our son, Yin. Holding him for the first time felt like touching the universe. But everything unraveled at a party months ago. Chloe, one of Sarah's college friends, approached me drunk and said, "You don't know who Sarah really was." She hinted at wild behavior, multiple relationships, even after meeting me. I dismissed it as drunken nonsense, but the seed of doubt had been planted. The next morning, Chloe called to apologize, claiming it was all a lie. But her words haunted me. I searched our basement for old college memorabilia and found a photo of Sarah with a woman named Jessica. I messaged her. Hours later, she replied, "So, you've discovered the truth." We met in a quiet cafe. Jessica revealed that Sarah had been promiscuous in college, even sleeping with Jessica's fiancé. She said Sarah never changed, just got better at hiding it. Jessica handed me the contact of a private investigator and offered her help as a divorce lawyer. I hired the investigator and secretly collected strands of Yin's hair for a paternity test. The wait was agonizing. Meanwhile, I pretended everything was normal at home, though disgust and rage simmered beneath the surface. Weeks later, the results arrived. Yin wasn't my biological son. I broke down. The betrayal was total. I called Jessica. She confirmed the DNA results would strengthen my case. I stayed in a hotel that night, unable to face Sarah. The next morning, I picked up the divorce papers and instructed the investigator to send evidence of Sarah's affairs to the wives of the men involved. When I returned home, Sarah confronted me. I handed her the folder. She opened it, photos of her leaving hotels with other men, followed by divorce papers. She denied everything, claimed they were work meetings. I laughed bitterly. "I'm leaving," I said. She begged me to stay, pleaded for our family. "Even if Yin isn't yours, you're his dad. Talk to his real father," I replied coldly. "I don't know who the father is," she sobbed. "Not my problem," I said and walked out. I moved in with my friend Mark. Sarah's friends began attacking me, accusing me of abandoning her and Yin. I messaged their husbands, warning them about the group's past. Marriages crumbled. Even Chloe turned out to be unfaithful. Sarah now lives in a small apartment, undergoing expensive DNA tests to find Yin's father. Meanwhile, I finalized the sale of our house and settled into a modest apartment near Mark. At one point, Mark asked how the fallout ended. I told him. The investigator's evidence led to multiple divorces. Jessica represented several of the wives. The men lost nearly everything. The women who weren't unfaithful were forced to cut ties with the group. Sarah's legal team demanded child support and alimony. At the final hearing, Jessica presented the DNA results. The courtroom fell silent. The judge ruled I wasn't Yin's biological father and denied Sarah any claim to my personal assets. Outside the courtroom, Sarah collapsed in the hallway, begging for forgiveness. I looked at her with pity and contempt. "You knew what my mother's betrayal did to my father, and you still did this." She cried, pleading for a second chance. "Don't contact me again," I said, and walked away. Now, I'm rebuilding. I told Jessica I'm not ready to date. I need time to heal, to breathe, to rediscover who I am. Mark raised his beer. "I support you in everything, brother." And that was it, the end of an era, the beginning of something new. Life hit me hard, but I survived. And most importantly, I learned.